Howdy y'all. Going to share my food journal for the last week with you guys. So I think this is going to be from the 19th until the 26th. Yeah, the 19th to the 26th. Okay, so this was Friday the 19th. My first meal was at 3:30 p.m. I had a hot dog with chili. I'm trying to get a lot more specific on what I'm eating, so I listed that it was the homemade chili and what kind of hot dogs and what kind of cheese and all that. My second meal wasn't really a meal. It was just some guacamole and pork skins and some low-carb beer. It was kind of like a snack. And then I had a coffee and a hot tea, and I fasted for 19 and a half hours until Saturday at 1:30. This was on the 20th, Saturday. My first meal was at 1:30 p.m. I had baked chicken with sugar-free barbecue sauce and roasted zucchini in olive oil. And then my second meal at 8 o'clock was some fish, some grilled tilapia, and I had tartar sauce. And I make my own tartar sauce, so I listed the ingredients. And some steamed broccoli with butter. And I had 3 cups of hot tea with Splenda and half that day. And I fasted for 17 and a half hours until Sunday at 1:30 p.m. I had a cheeseburger without a bun. And I have that all the time, so I don't bother to list what that is. It's just a ground beef patty with cheese and a little lettuce and tomato. And then my second meal at 7 o'clock p.m. was a taco salad. And so I listed all the ingredients that I had in that taco salad that I made. And then I had a cup of coffee and a cup of tea. And this day I fasted for 24 and a half hours. So that's my best day so far. I was really proud of that. Until Monday, that's the 22nd. My first meal was at 7:30 p.m. and I had a hamburger steak with grilled onions, Brussels sprouts with butter, and green beans cooked in chicken stock. And for dessert at 8 o'clock p.m., I had some whipped cream with some grated dark chocolate and pecans. And that day I had 3 cups of coffee and 1 cup of tea, and I fasted for 23 and a half hours. And this day I only had 1 meal a day, so that's what that means, 1 meal a day. Okay, so Tuesday, the 23rd, my first meal was at 7:30 p.m., so I had fasted that whole day. And I had a pretty big meal with meatballs and stuffed tomatoes and an avocado salad. I listed all the ingredients. And I had a cup of coffee and a couple of cups of tea, and fasted for 23 and a half hours. I almost made a full day, and I had the only 1 meal that day. So Wednesday, the 24th, I had my weigh-in Wednesday with my previous weight being 208.6, my current weight 206.8, and I'm down 1.8 pounds. And on Wednesday, my first meal was at 7 p.m., and I had some fish with tartar sauce and some shrimp with cocktail sauce, both of them grilled, and some baked zucchini. And I listed everything that I had in all of those. I made my own cocktail sauce so it wouldn't have any sugar in it. And then 3 cups of coffee and a cup of tea, and I fasted for 20 hours. So Thursday, this is when Norma went to the vet. At 3 o'clock, I had my first meal, a cheeseburger without a bun. And then my second meal at 7 p.m., I had some fried cabbage with bacon. I had 2 cups of coffee that day and fasted for 20 and a half hours. And today, I had my first meal at 3:30 p.m., and I just had some chicken and vegetables. And then I had a little bit of dessert it was just some cottage cheese with some pecans on it. So that's it. That is my food journal for this week. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, y'all be sweet.